Welcome to Pit Stop with Traffic Jam Jimmy. Boy, do I have a special show today. Well, November 11th was Veterans Day, and I have 3 veterans joining me, and they're all World War II veterans. How special is that? You know, they say they're the greatest generation, and I firmly believe that. And joining me today is going to be Major Anderson from the Tuskegee Airmen, Mr. John and Mr. Henry, all sharing their stories from World War II. So let's start with Major Anderson. I am so honored to have in my presence today Major Anderson, one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. And we were talking earlier about your military experience, but then after World War II and for many years, you guys were unrecognized. And when did we all of a sudden, you guys get back together?
We started getting back together during the year of 1971, when a group of pilots decided they should have something similar to a high school reunion, so they get together and reminisce of the days when they were together as pilots. So the organization was formed, and it gradually began to grow throughout the years. When the organization was formed in 1971, it was open to membership to pilots only. In later years, it was then open to enlisted personnel like me. I am considered a DOTA, and the acronym for DOTA is Documented Original Tuskegee Airman. In order to be a documented original Tuskegee Airman, one must have to be assigned to this particular group from the year 1941 to 1949.
Wow. Well, recently they have this Major Anderson Tuskegee Aviation Maintenance Academy named after you. Okay, with this new academy, how will this affect and impact people from Baltimore area?
The Major Anderson Aviation Maintenance Academy offer training to all young people to learn how to become aviation mechanics on aircraft. It is located at the Washington-Baltimore Airport. There at the Washington-Baltimore Airport, there are major airlines which the aviation mechanics will be able to seek employment as aviation mechanic.
Wow. Well, we're actually in the hangar right now, and you can see the school. They go to classroom, and then they come out and they actually work hands-on work on these planes. And must be such an honor to have this school named after you.
I consider it a great honor, and I give thanks to the owner and the founder of the school, Mr. Jerome Hodge.
Well, I give thanks that you were my guest today and enlightened us up on this Black History Month. And I'm so glad you were 95 years old. Is that correct?
Yes, I was born March 5th, 1925.
Well, happy birthday, sir, and thank you for being my guest. My special guest today, I'm so honored, has been Major Anderson, one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. And now I'm honored, my second World War II veteran I have joining me today is Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry just turned 95 on November 1st. I want to say happy Veterans Day coming up, sir. Tell me a little bit about your military history, sir.
I was in the Army, in the infantry. I was with the 89th Chemical Mortar Battalion. We were 4.2-inch mortars. And we had a lot of firepower that these divisions liked us.
Where were you stationed at?
Well, I went to France, and I've been in Belgium, Holland, and Germany.
And what years did you serve?
I was drafted in February of 1944, and I was discharged in April of 46. And he wanted to give me $300 to re-enlist, I said, you know what you can do with that $300, don't you?
I guess you didn't get. I guess you took the 300, huh?
No, yeah. Give me the 300 and let me get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, tell me about your family life. Were you married?
Yeah, we were married. Me and my wife were married in 1948, and she passed away last year. And we were married for over 70 years.
Wow.
That's a long time to be together.
Did you have any children?
We had 6 children, and 2 of them died. The daughter from cancer, and the son from diabetes.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss of your wife and your children, but I
Yes,
want to
indeed.
thank you for your service to this country, and I want to wish you a happy belated 95th birthday.
Okay, thank you.
I am honored to be with Mr. John, who turned 95 on Saturday. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, tell me a little bit about your life.
Well, I was with the Baltimore City Fire Department, and you know what happened with that. They downsized it, so we all took early retirement. I went to work for a company that worked at Dundalk Marine Terminal. We were hauling freight out of there until I retired.
Let's go back. I see your hat says World War II veteran. Tell me about when you were a teenager.
I was what, sir?
Tell me about when you were a teenager wearing that hat.
Oh, I didn't have this hat then, sir, but yeah, when I was a teenager, I went to school like I guess everybody else. I lived in the city. We lived on the other side of Patterson Park, and of course I had to go to the park and play ball and play softball and football and a little bit of soccer, everything over the park. And of course I met my wife after I got out of the service.
Let's go back and talk about the service. When did you join the service?
I went in the service in 1943 in February, and I served for a little over almost 3 years. I came home in 1946 of February too. The end of the war, after the Okinawa and all, they shipped us in Japan, and I spent in Japan a little over 3 months. We were there for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year. We came home in February after that, and I was discharged at Fort Meade on a Sunday.
Wow.
That Sunday we were discharged, they marked us all into an auditorium. It was about 150 of us, and it was just like graduating from high school. They called us one by one what our rank was, and up on the stage, they give us our discharge, and they give us another, not a discharge, but a paper. And when our last man got our discharge, they said, attention. Everybody jumped to attention. And he said, good luck, now you guys are all civilians. And that was it, we were all civilians. And the one was my discharge, and when I came home and I opened the other one, it was from the President of the United States saying, congratulations for your time in the service, and we appreciate all the time that you served in the United States Army. It was from
Truman?
Yeah, from Harry Truman. Yes, sir.
Now, the other, Eisenhower, what happened while you were in the service, while you were in the war?
Well, I was in the Pacific. We were under General MacArthur and General Wainwright. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Okay. And what news did you get while you were over there?
What
news did you get while you were over there?
What news?
Yeah, you were telling me about when you got news when the president died.
Yeah, that's all we heard. That was on board ship. They
go through that story. Tell me that story again.
We were leaving New Guinea, and we were on our way to the Philippines, and they announced, now here it is, and they said President Roosevelt had just died. So we were still on our way to the Philippines when we heard the president had died.
Wow. All right, tell me a little bit about how you met your wife, a little bit about your wife.
My wife is actually was 4 years old. Her and mother and father were taken to a concentration camp.
Wow.
She's got quite a story, but she couldn't tell you. She's got dementia. She came to Baltimore, and she was 14 years old then. She went to Southern High School. She graduated, and she worked for USF&G. I don't know if you probably know where that was, downtown. And she was 22 years old when I met her at used to be a Polish home down on Broadway. I don't know if you know where that is. Well, I know you know where Broadway is.
Right.
But I met her there a couple times, and kind of hit it off between the two of us, and we started going together, and we were married 59 years now.
Wow.
We got married 2 days before Christmas in 1961.
Okay. Did you ever take her to Blob's Park?
To where?
Did you ever go dancing at Blob's Park?
Oh my God, we used to go there all the time.
You do your old polka
Bob's
dancing?
Park. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they have a dancing there. Oh yeah, they had some good dances there.
All right, well, look, I want to take a moment and first of all, thank you for your service in World War II. Thank you for your firefighting service. I tell you, you're a great man, and I'm so honored to meet you and wish you a happy 95th birthday.
Well, thank you for coming, Jimmy. I appreciate it.